she had noticed that they had, I guess, receiving packages, quite a few packages within a short amount of time, and that they were actually doing a lot of work out in the garage. And she was kind of suspicious and was wanted to report it, but she said she didn't want to profile.
All right, that was a friend of a neighbor saying that, that she had been noticing for a while that Sayed Farouk and Tashfeen Malik were often up very late receiving packages and doing something. She did not want to call police, though, because she'd look racist, I guess, and that she was profiling. Former D.C. Detective Rod Wheeler on what he makes of that. What do you think, Ron?
You know, Neil, it's unfortunate, but one of the things that the community has to do is to support the police. And the way you support the police is by, if you see something, you say something. But I have to admit, I mean, I talk to a lot of people, Neil, and they'll tell me, you know, Rod, I'm afraid to say anything because I'll feel like I'm profiling. Look, we are living during a time of war, Neil, and we can't worry so much about profiling. Maybe, just maybe, if this neighbor would have profiled a little bit and just called the cops, then maybe this thing would have been avoided yesterday, but obviously that did not happen.
You know, Rod, and you're a former police, would the cops have reacted that way? I mean, she would be anonymous, and so they might say, we've got a nut on the phone here who's profiling or whatever. But even in that worst case scenario, which I don't see, wouldn't they check it out anyway?
They would have checked it out, absolutely, and that was my point. And here's the thing, you know, the government has come out with a number of programs, such as the First Observer Plus program, where they're trying to really get people to call a number, let somebody know. You know, the thing is, this woman, and this is so important, Neil, she saw several men coming and going from this, what we now are calling an IED factory, right? And she really was worried about something, but she didn't say anything else. But here's the question. Who else saw that did not call? Apparently no one saw that and called. So again, you know, we can't emphasize enough, we meaning law enforcement, we can't emphasize enough how much it would really help us if citizens would just give us a call, remain anonymous, because we do have ways of checking individuals out.
But, you know, you mentioned something else, as you always, and very poignantly so, this idea that there were other men there and they were all involved in the garage doing something. That makes me think, all right, there were other culprits, if that's true. Oh, and where are they?
Well, you know what? That's right. And you know what I've been saying all day, Neil? I know we don't have a lot of time, but I've been walking around this entire area out here in San Bernardino. I do believe, and I don't have any concrete evidence to support this at this point, but I do believe that the investigators are looking at more individuals now other than just the two individuals yesterday. Not so much for actually conducting the shooting, but I think these two people yesterday had the support of a small circle of individuals who gave them assistance, because when you look at the way the home was booby-trapped, that one guy and that woman, they didn't do it by themselves. They had to have some help, Neil. So again, if you just stay tuned, I think we're going to hear about more arrests coming soon.
Amazing. All right, as were you, Rob, with this coverage and analyzing things. I appreciate it. Rod Wheeler, Marco Rubio weighing in on all of this after this.